Hi everyone, welcome to Karen from tillycrafts.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and this is my Make It Thursday video. Today I thought I'd bring you this card. I needed some thank you cards, so I decided to use the Ornate Garden suite. So these are the papers. You get 6 papers. They're both the double-sided, so you get 12. Well, you get 12 sheets. You get 2 of each of these sheets, but like I said, they're double-sided, and these are the colours that go with them. So you've got terracotta tile, which is, this is what I've done this one in, and bumblebee. Also goes with it is old olive, early espresso, mint macaron, and whisper white. I'm going to be doing one in whisper white, and I'm also going to be doing one in very vanilla. So we'll see how we go with those. And these are the stamp sets we've used. We've used Ornate Thanks, the Ornate Style. I've only used these 2 out of this, and I've used a couple of the sayings. I have got a card to show you later on where I've used some of the ornate dies, which are these ones, but in the main I've used the Stitched So Sweetly dies. I really like these, so I've been using these ones, which I'll show you in a minute. And let's get started. Right, so I don't know what I've done with all my bits now. Right, so I didn't show you the other card, wouldn't it? This is the other card. This is the one I'm going to be doing in very vanilla. But I've changed the colours, so we're going to do it in different colours and different DSP. So this one we're going to be doing first, and then we'll do that one. Let's leave them up there. Right. Yes, so these are the dies I've used. I've got a piece of early espresso out of that die, and then a smaller one. This is mint macaron with the gold foil on it, which is really nice. They give a lovely edge. You've got stitching and you've got the scalloped edge on there, and for my sentiment it's going on that one, so they're really nice. Right, and put those down so I don't lose them. So we start off with a piece of very vanilla. It's an A4 sheet, so it's cut in half and scored in half, she says, and this one isn't being scored. So let me grab my trimmer. This is my old trimmer as well. Can't, my other one's behind me, so I'll just grab this one. Right, there we go. Right. Just going to fold that in half and give it a burnish with a bone folder. Gives a nice crisper edge. Very straightforward, these ones, these cards. I'm just gonna, I've got a bit of a rough edge there, so I'm just gonna run my bone folder down because it smooths it out. It happens that sometimes when your blade needs changing and stuff like that. Right, we're going to stamp that after, but we'll do this bit first. So you can see the paper on the other side. The other side's quite nice as well. Better put the glue on the right side though. So I'm just using Tombow for this. Oh, you're all alright anyway, seeing as we've just gone past 100 days. Might be a bit longer than that when you see this video. I think this comes out in a couple of weeks. But I'm quite excited because we've just been able to do a pre-order, so I'll have all my stuff by the time you see this. For the autumn winter catalogue, so you'll be seeing a few projects coming out using the stamp sets I've got out of that. And I've also got the mini trimmer at last. So what I'm trying to do is try and line it up on my grid paper, and then I can make sure I get it equal. There we go. Not too bad. That's lovely. And then we're going to come in with this stamp off here. It's a nice corner edging stamp, and I'm going to do that in early espresso. I don't know what this is going to turn out like, because I've not tried it in these colours. So I'm just going to tap on there, and then you just line it up. How nice is that? Can't see because the camera's in the way. Forgive me if I get it skew-iffy. Last corner. There we go. How nice does that look? It's very rich, that early espresso. Got a bit of glitter on there. It's trouble if you use glitter and things, it gets all over. Right, while I've got this out, I'm going to stamp this, the thanks on here. And I also need some black memento. This is for the flower. And the way I did it, I just stamped it in the memento, but I did stamp it off because I didn't want it dark. So I stamped it off and then I just stamped it on there, and it's a bit lighter, can you see? And then we need to come in with the helix, put the lid on that. I've been getting ink all up my arms and everywhere. So I've lined that up, I put it level on the grid paper and then put my stamp over it so it does come out nice and level. So, and I can't get my head in, so hopefully this will be straight. There we go, that's nice and rich. And then to colour it in, I use my blends. So I've got the Light Mango Melody. So I'm not really blending, I'm just colouring. And I've got Mint Macaron, light and dark. So I just went over the stem. It's very narrow, so it does tend to go out a little bit. There we go. And just went over the veins with that. I might have done the other one actually in Old Olive, because Old Olive is in this set as well. And it, yeah, looking at it, it might be Old Olive, but I wanted to do Mint Macaron with this because the paper has Mint Macaron in it. There we go. That's one of the things I like about Stampin' Up, is everything coordinates. So you know you're going to get the correct colours. Right. So how simple is this card? Right, we're going to put this up on dimensionals. I must have opened about 6 or 7 packs in this last week because I can't find where I've put one. So I'm just going to bob one on each corner. And one in the middle. I wouldn't mind, the other day, yesterday when I was doing those other thank you cards, I lost my coloured gems. Couldn't find them anywhere. And then I found them at the bottom of the box. Why they ended up in the bottom of the box, I don't know, because I've been using them all the time. I'll make sure I've got the opening the right way, because I've done that before now. Right, and just centre that up. And I thought for this one, on the others, I've done the ribbon in the terracotta tile ribbon that we've got. It's like a flax ribbon with the edging on, and I thought that's quite nice. So I was thinking, what ribbon can I use on this? I was going to go, I've got Retired Mint Macaron, but it didn't quite look right, so I thought I'd bring this one in. And this ribbon is actually out of the World of Good Sweet, and it's, what do they call it? Oh, Early Espresso Fox, I can never say it, Fox Suede Trim, that's what it's called. So I'm just going to make a little bow with this, if I can do it on camera. There we go. But I thought, oh, I'll just go nice with this. Make it this. Good thing about ribbon, you can just manoeuvre it until you're happy with it. So yes, quite like that. So I'm just going to trim it off, and then that's going to go on there with a glue dot. Side do I like best? I like this side best. These glue dots are fab. You just press them on, and they're great for embellishments and ribbon, and pull it off, and then it just sticks on there like that. Now, for the embellishments on this, I didn't have any in mint macaron or an espresso, but what I thought would set it off nice is these gilded gems. These are in this catalogue. They came out, I'm sure they came out in Celebration, but memory's gotten a bit silly lately. So what we'll do is we'll put one in there, and then we'll take a couple of the little ones and we'll put one up there, and maybe one just over here, just random, and that's our card. Quite impressed with that myself. So there's the one that I did in the terracotta tile, and the one in early espresso. You have to let me know which one you like the best. Right, we'll just show you how to do the other one. And the one that we're doing is this one. It's pretty much similar. So I will just actually clean these off, because otherwise I'll make a mess. And it won't do any good trying to clean it in there, because it won't work. See, I'm all fingers and thumbs. This is actually a clean chamois. It's been through the washer. But the best things about these, it doesn't transfer any ink back. So you can see that's now nice and clean. Just to save a bit of time, I have already cut my flower, and it's just coloured the same. It's the Mango Melody, but like I said, I have used Old Olive on there. And the bits for these again, see on this one I've actually used one of the dies, the frame dies out of the Ornate suite, and it just comes out so nice. And then I've cut a piece of DSP to fit inside. I just measured it. Let's have a look. It's about 5 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres, just to fit nicely inside that. And then just get these out the way. So that's going to go on there like that. It's the same card base. When you folded your card over from an A4, it measures 4 1/4 by 5 7/8. Right, so we're just going to stick these down. Really simple cards to do these, but I think they look quite effective, and I need quite a few thank you cards at the minute. Right, stick that down there. So it is slightly different to the other one, because I didn't use a stitch frame on this one. I just cut it. Right. I will put the measurements on my blog actually for when it goes live, so you'll know. I'll roughly measure the frames as well, so that if you haven't got frames, you can just do it in layers. It doesn't matter about doing that. Or you could, if you've got a circle punch, you could always change the greeting onto a circle punch instead of onto just one of these. Right, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other one, but I'm going to use my mint macaron, and this is an old stamp pad, this, but it still works as good. Right, so stamp that in there, turn it round, and now we can stamp it in there. There we go. I really like this colour. I think it's gorgeous. Right, and I'll do the same on this one. If I can find my thank you stamp. What have I done with it? There it is. Did I clean that off? Nope. So it would help if I clean that off, wouldn't it? Else we'll have early espresso on that one. Yep. This is the thing I struggle with, is getting things straight. I usually have to get my head right over the top. There we go, it's not too bad. On this one, I actually took another sentiment from here, and I took ever so much, so thanks ever so much. But what I did with these, because me and my eyesight is really, I have to really study things, so it was a bit awkward to see, even though they're written on there. It was quite awkward to see. So what I did is I laid it flat, stamped it up on ink, took a piece of card, put it on, rubbed it. So now when I put them back in, I put them like that, and then I can actually see what it is I'm looking for. But that's just me. It helps. Where's that one? Let's make sure I've got it the right way up now. There we go. Let's give it a tap. And then we went down the bottom. I'm trying to get my head in. Apologies if you see my lockdown hair. There we go. That's not too bad. And it's going on to Bumblebee. Like that. I quite like these colours. They work really nice together. I really like this when I first got it, and I only did a couple of cards, so I thought I'd use it again because I really like it for the thank you cards. Let's see if we can get this straight. There we go, it's nice and straight. Yep. Again, coming with the dimensionals. In the middle. Oops. I swear I find these everywhere. Oops, there we go. It's going to just eyeball that as to where you want it, like that, and then just get this dimension off there, move that ink before I put my fingers in it. And now I've lost my flower seed. There it is. See, I don't have to do anything, and I can just lose stuff. This bleeding through the back is quite normal because they're alcohol markers. This is why I use my Memento, because it doesn't run. But they do bleed through the back when you blend in them, or if you're just colouring with them. So I want one of those on there, and I want a mini one on here. And then I just got my glue and very carefully end up squeezing it too much. There we go. That's a bit. Just to keep it down. So I'm just going to stick that in there. Let's put off slightly. That's it. Just turn it a bit because it was over my writing. Just keep that pressed down for a minute. And for this one as well, I thought I would use the gilded gems the same, because I think they'll go with this lovely paper at the back. See, this is what I mean. I had my there he is. Got him. And just put 3 of these on different sizes. And I think that looks quite smart, even if I do say so myself. There we go. So I'll just fold this up on that. Anyway, good news is that that the new cut and emboss machine's coming out. I think we can order it on the 4th of August, I do believe. Well, I'm hoping it's 4th of August. I've been saving up for it, and then I can actually cut things out with you. So these are the cards today then. So that's one that I made. That's just cutting it out, not using any of the frames, layered up, and that's in the terracotta tile and Bumblebee. And this one I've done in mint macaron and Bumblebee. I think they're quite effective, those. And then the other 2 we did are terracotta tile again, and then the early espresso with the mint macaron. I quite like those. I hope you do too. I've got one other for you that I made, and this was just to step it up a little bit. I've used the frame from the Ornate Layers frames, Ornate Layers dies I should say. So I've used that. This piece of paper, I cut it out to fit in, and then I just corner rounded it with the corner punch. Then I did my 2 layers, and I've used Rococo Rose on this one, and I've added a bit of Winker Stella to that, and again the gilded gems, and I heat embossed the thanks, and this one says just wanted to say thanks, and I've got the Rococo Rose as I've got the terracotta tile in there. So I really hope you like them. Thank you for joining me today. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.